What's up, YouTube? Vestigioful here, and this is an engraving machine. The materials you need to make it are a pen tube, copper wire, duct tape, some kind of metal support bar, batteries, a motor, and some kind of button or like board with a hole in it. So what you do to make it is you mount the pen tube and motor as shown here, put the board onto the motor shaft and glue it where the shaft and board meet in the center. And now you gotta get this copper wire fed through this pen tube and into here and fit it into some kind of hole. Hopefully you can see that. And now you don't glue in that area. It's important, very important not to. If you glue in that area, it's gonna lock it up. So don't. Now you gotta fiddle around with this copper wire a lot to get it so that it works smoothly. Because if you have it misplaced in there and have it so that it hits along the edges of it, well, that's going to create friction that the motor has to work through, and it's not going to work as smoothly. So you got to fiddle around with it and get it so that the friction is down to a minimum. It's not the easiest thing to do. It took me about 5 hours to get it. But just keep at it, and with persistence, you will get it. You got to just not give up on these kind of projects. And another thing to consider is the spacing that the hole is out from the motor shaft. Now, the further you have it spaced, the more it's going to move this shaft here up and down. But also, as you have it spaced further out, it's going to rub into the pen tube more so. Because, see, at first I tried to fit it through that hole, but that hole was too far. It was making it hit it into the pen tube, and it created too much friction. So I've decided to put it into a hole closer to there, and that worked out fine. And this is how I have the batteries mounted. I mean, kind of in a half-assed way, try to have them mounted better than I have. I mean, come up with your own ideas as always. And see, I have 2 batteries, so I can have this wire connected to only 1 battery for like half the power, or I can have it connected to both for full power. Yeah, and another thing to consider is the motor power. Now, this motor is not very powerful. I can only cut through soft things like styrofoam here, fruit, bubble wrap, and just soft things. Now, if you wanted to cut through more powerful things, you would have to get a more powerful motor. Alright, well, enough said. How about let's do a demo on this baby. You probably can't see that, but it writes very well. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't engrave very far into it. My lighting is not that great. Well, some ideas is you could take a lighter to the tip of it to make it engrave better, or sharpen the tip of it to make it cut through it better, and you can dip it into some ink and make it into a prison tattoo gun, like I've made my tattoo right here. I want you to see, look at that. I made that with this prison tattoo gun here. Alright, well, that's about it for the engraving machine. Now, one other thing that I wanted to mention was I made this little stupid book invention here, where you just take 2 boring books that you never read and probably going to get rid of, and turn them into something somewhat interesting, where like you just open up the books and put 1 page down from one book, then 1 page from the other book, 1 page from the next. Do that until you go through the whole books. Now, it's usually done with encyclopedias, because they have a lot of pages, and they're big pages too, so that means a lot of friction, but it works with these type of books too. I mean, I can't pull them apart. I don't know. Is it interesting or a waste of time? I don't know. I'll let you decide in the comments. Let me know.